All right. So it is Thursday. Wow. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Hey, Dwayne, based on how bad that gold trade is sucking right now, right? Is down pretty good for today. So we're down a little bit. I mean, I would have thought, man, the market must be going down. But we just got a couple things going against us, right? And so that our during DraftKings, and it's all Matt's fault that we're in DraftKings anyway. So what's going on with DraftKings? Unbelievable. Look at this. We're down 134 on that. My stock though is down 585.
If I can just say one more thing about that problem, is that it only shows up when I'm beta weighted to SPY. If I take off the beta weighting, all the Greeks show.
And is this on your desktop or is it on your, because I have that similar issue on my phone, but on my desktop, it shows it correctly.
Yeah, it's on my desktop.
Okay. So we're down a little bit. I don't even have my music plugged up. We'll just say we're down a little bit. We had a great day yesterday. Oh my gosh, we're down $1,100 today. Boy, Sahel, you came in at a great time, right? Wow, that's good. Who can't, lose $1,100 in a day? So we lose it quite a bit, but it doesn't get us out of kilter. So the first thing we do is we record our net lick. Sahel, that's the first thing we do. We use our little spreadsheet. One of the latest versions is at sweetbobby.com. So if you're going to kind of go our way, this spreadsheet is helpful because in many ways I'm an undisciplined trader. So I have to have this. Without this, I don't know what to do. So then the next thing we do is we record our Greeks. We beta weight up to SPY. That's giving Dwayne a problem today. No problem. And we record our delta. So we're at, 20 delta or so. What do we like to be? Well, we like to be delta neutral with slightly negative deltas. That's generally where I fall. Now, second thing we look at is our theta. So you put in your theta and the spreadsheet will tell you if you're good on theta. It'll give you this nice little green thing. So let's say theta is 234.57. So that's more than we had yesterday, 234.57. And the spreadsheet says we are at 0.46. Now, the spreadsheet says that we need theta between 0.10% and 1% of our total net liquidation value. So we're at 0.46. It gives us a nice little green. So we're perfect. Now,
are you sharing your screen?
Yeah, y'all don't see it? Let me do it again. I thought I shared it. Probably didn't. All right, here we go. Share Sam. Now that'll hit right. All right, now we got it. Now y'all should see. Y'all see my spreadsheet, right? So Vega, most option sellers are negative Vega. Oftentimes we're positive Vega. How do we do that? Well, we'll show you. It takes a while. Rome wasn't built in a day. So we got positive Vega, because Vega is what kills you during a crash when volatility increases. And so we say you can run any portfolio from $1,000 to $1 billion and more by putting in your delta, your theta, your Vega, and finally the amount of buying power that you use. So we put in the amount of buying power we're using, and we're using 16,785. Put that in, about what it was yesterday, 16,785. There she goes. So it says that we're using 32% buying power, which is about where we need to be, right? And it depends on where VIX is the ideal level. So I got a note up here. VIX, is VIX still over 20, y'all? Someone tell me what VIX is. What is VIX? Let's see, I can see here. VIX is 18.98. So at VIX between 15 and 20, you need to be using about 30% of your buying power. We're using 32. So everything now, we're good on our theta. Our Vega is positive. Our buying power is right in line with the 30% recommendation. And finally, we really don't look at O and P here, but we go over here to Q. And Q tells us that no adjustment is needed on our deltas, that basically we're delta neutral. Now, the only thing I would say to that is, well, we've got slightly positive deltas, and I kind of like those negative. So no big deal. So now let's go to credit spreads. Now, the cool thing yesterday, let's see, I thought I would have one that is -1 here. We've got this broken wing butterfly that expired yesterday. So I'm going to delete this crap that we don't need. It slows my spreadsheet down. And we didn't close this yesterday. I'll let this broken wing butterfly expire. So current day price would be 0. And then for the current day debit, that's going to be 0. So on that broken wing butterfly, we made $105 yesterday just by letting it expire. So we'll go over here, but we got to tell our spreadsheet that we closed it, right? Because right now our spreadsheet tells us that we have lost $150 this week of all the trades that we closed. So we got to tell it that we just claimed a profit. So we go back over here and I think it was right this line, right? Make sure. -1. Yep. So we exited that trade yesterday. 5 Cinco de Mayo, baby. I had fish sticks on Cinco de Mayo. So we got $105 profit there. We'll call that a 50% profit because it was 100% profit actually. So we're just kind of keeping our stats, doing our thing. And then we go and we say, no, we don't say that. We make it all green because we love green. Red is bad. So we made a profit on this trade. It's closed. It's green. It's in the books. It is gone, 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 gone. So here we go. We make it green. So now, how much profit have we made this week? We got our weekly premium tab. It automatically keeps up. We're only $44 in the hole after making good profits for week and week and week. We still got tomorrow to go. All right, so let's see if there's anything else that we need to close in our credit spreads, right? So got a broken wing butterfly here with 4 days left. I got one with 1 day left. So we can kind of go over here and see how that one's doing. And hopefully they're all in order. But we block our things in groups, put them in little bitty groups to show all of our little trades here. So here we got hedges, we got income trades, we got butterflies galore. And butterfly 8 was the one that closed yesterday, so we can delete that group. We don't have any trades in there anymore. So you would think the one that's expiring tomorrow would be butterfly 9. Yep, we got 1 day on that. Well, how are we doing? Well, we're doing good, dang it. Look at this. Butterfly 9 is up. It's 81% profit, $67, and it's made $22 today. So it's giving us positive delta, right? So we could close it today because we'd like to get our delta even a little neutral. This is a positive delta trade. So you just kind of look how our next one's coming up or doing and see if there's anything we need to close. And nothing's just flying out saying, close me, Bob, closing me. Well, we don't have anything in butterfly 11 either. Okay. I guess I can delete you too. Let me delete you. Delete, delete, delete. All right. So butterfly 9 is the one that expires tomorrow. I don't think we'll close it for now. So that's what you do. You make delta adjustments by closing existing trades or putting on new trades. I'm just kind of looking at everything, seeing how they're performing. Oh my gosh, our calendar trade is down $110. My gold trade's down $260. It's like everything hates me today. Everything's working against me. All right, make sure everything. Yep, those are already closed. So we got everything assigned, right? Everything's got its own little deal. So cool thing, you can go to the Analyze tab. And let's see how butterfly 9 looks. So we'll go here. We'll choose butterfly 9. just to see how she looks. So looks pretty good, right? We got profit all the way up here. You know, there's where our little tent is. One of these days, we're going to get price to show up in a tent at expiration. We're going to make a nice little profit. But yeah, we're looking really, 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 really good on that little dealio. All right, so what do we do now? Well, we're going to peek in on our equities trades. Tomorrow's payday. Now, y'all, I did something yesterday. I closed my Apple trade, closed it for a profit. So now I'm out of IWM and Apple on our diagonals, and I closed the basis part of it as well. So we're just booking those as profits. I'll open them back up if I think I need positive deltas. I'll open Apple back up. If I need negative deltas, I'll open the IWM hedge back up. But we don't think we need it today. Commodities trade, the only thing we got going on is our gold trade. We're down a little bit in that. So how does my equities trades look though? We're up 160. We're down on a couple, y'all. Are we going to get a payday tomorrow, or might this be the first week in forever that we've had a negative week? Well, we don't know. We're not going to count anything yet. So let's go to our macros. This is a macro campaign that we have. We close the most profitable one. Is that updating correctly or not? I don't even know if I should close this and open back up. Doesn't look like my prices are changing. But it said yesterday that our 3580 is our most profitable on our macros. Let's see if that is the case. Go to your monitor tab. We'll go ungroup everything. We'll just show our macros trades. Macros. Love the macros. And then what you can do is just go over here and do a sort by, P&L open. So we'll go P&L open from big to small. So sure enough, the 3580 is our most profitable one now. It's not much profit, but let's take it. Ring the register, baby. Create closing order. And we'll buy that at 1075. 1075. 3580, 1075. Let's get her going. All right, I think I got out. Let's see what we did. My phone tells me before my thing does. Yep, we're out at 1075 on the 3580. So let's record it. 3580. We take this option name out because it slows our spreadsheet down. And we got out at 1075. 1075. Everything's working good. So we made $34.56. That was a 38% winner. And we go, we'll close her out here. 5, 6, 21. Matt, what happened in DraftKings for it to be so big down today? What happened? Are they in a scandal or something? Do we know?
I haven't looked at DraftKings since you stopped trading stocks.
So you mean you don't even have a DraftKings position? Way to go, Matt. Way to leave me just hanging with it.
You're welcome.
Dude, you were the one that got me in it. Okay. I see how you're going to be. That's all right.
Also mentioned GameStop to you.
You did too. And I didn't get into that, did I?
You didn't buy that call that I recommended.
How much money would you have made if you'd bought it? Did you buy it?
No.
Okay, good.
I'd be up thousands.
Yeah. Look at us, y'all. Big Daddy is only down $10.43 for the week. Let's go look at stuff. Yeah, I don't like that gambling stuff, man. That's just not for me. I'm just slow as she goes. So now we're pretty much delta neutral. But I like selling premium every day. So I will sell me a little 10 delta put in the macros. Macro. All right, so let's go. Macro. So we go close to 60 days without going over. Change this to single. All right, so here we go. I'm going to sell the 10 delta. I don't go by delta. I call it delta, but I go by probability of in the money. And I go to about 10%. So in here, I'm going to right click on the 3610. I'm going to copy. And I'm going to sell it for $17.50. See if we get filled. And I should. Yep, we got filled for $17.50. And so hell, we don't paper trade it. We do the real stuff. If we lose money, by God, it's real Benjamins. We're none of those pansy wansies out there that are, I mean, if we're going to lose, then we lose big. I never have understood people that just paper trade and talk to other people about trading. Right, what am I doing? Right, micros. So we record our trade. How do you do it? I got it set up there for my micros page. I'm a Johnny one lotter in this account. I forgot which one it is. So I control V for victory. We paste that there. And that was the 3610 put. So we go and record this. It's a short put. And on our micros, the cool thing is it'll recommend a delta for you, right? I knew what it was going to recommend today. So we did the 10 delta and we did it at 55 days out. Entered this trade on, how do you say 6 in Spanish? Man, I know you took Spanish. Cinco, septo, 17.50. That's what we got for that. So we pulled in 86. Now, why aren't you pulling in the right prices here? It should, but it's not. You stupid. Probably if I close it and open it back up, it would, right? Keep up with that price. All right, because it's got the XCME on there. Everything looks good. Okay, so we did what we did. So now let's look at our Greeks. What are our Greeks now? And we just do daily adjustments, daily adjustments. So we are positive 18. So, our spreadsheet says you don't have to adjust your delta, but I like being a little negative delta. Rome wasn't built in a day, but we're going to give us a little bit of negative delta. How have we been doing this? Very easily. We go to SPX and we say, let's pick up some negative delta. And the trade du jour, which is French, I didn't know I could speak French, is a call broken wing butterfly. Will give us negative deltas. So I've got broken wing butterflies in all these. I got one expiring tomorrow, one Monday, one Wednesday, one Friday, one the following Monday, and the following Wednesday, and the following Friday, and the following Monday. I got them all over the place, don't I? Got all these nice little broken wing butterflies. So what do? I'm going to go do one in another expression. What about if we went 20 days out? Why 20? Well, because I've already got them in all those expirations. Let's spread it out. So not only do we use diversification of strategy, we do diversification of strategy. We do diversification of durations, right? So we do diversification of different underlyings, even though most of what we do is related to the S&P 500. So we move it around a bit. So what are we going to do? Let's get us a call broken wing butterfly, and we'll show you that. Well, somebody let the dang dog out for the love. So what I do is I go about to a 30 delta right here, and I'm going to sell that option at a 30 delta. So we'll go sell. Now we want to make that into 2 contracts, right? So if we're selling the 42.45, then we're going to buy the 42.40. So you got to hold your control key down and you got to click on this, on the ask. So now we're buying 1 strike closer to the money, and we need to buy 2 strikes away further from where our shorts are. So we would buy the 42.55 1 contract because we're going 2 strikes. Remember, 1 strike in, 2 strikes out. 42.55 going there. Bingo. All right. So now we got our little trade, right? Wow. Might get $1.70 for that. Let's go pretty rich, right? Say if you wanted to go out farther, I'm looking to bring in, 70 cents, a dollar and a quarter. But if you want more negative deltas, you can keep it closer. If you want less negative deltas, then move it out a bit.
Bobby Sohail asked you a question.
Oh, Sohail asked a question. Thank you, Matt. Thanks. All right. For a newbie such as myself, what trade would I start with? Any videos to learn butterfly trades and E-minis? Okay. And Matt said, Bobby doesn't really recommend trades. That's exactly right. I don't recommend trades right now. You can follow my trades if you want to, but what we're doing, Sahil, is we're coming in with a novel concept that you're going to find very few places out there. Not that we're smarter than anybody. I'm the worst trader on the planet. But what our philosophy is to build trades that are managed by your Greeks. So I'm not familiar with how, and that's why, Sahil, you and I will do a one-on-one together, right? So I need to find out your background, ask you questions, kind of figure out where you're at coming into this. But what you'll do is day in and day out, you're going to come in and you're going to build your own portfolio with all kind of different trades, and we'll show you different trades. So what you'll want is negative deltas or, delta neutral, kind of up to you. I kind of like just a little bit of negative deltas, but I rely on my spreadsheet, and we'll get you set up on your spreadsheet because this has got to be intimidating coming in and going, oh my God, where do I start? I know that. And it's one of those things we just kind of go, I'm sure Matt and Dwayne were the same way. And now, after a while you go, oh, wow, I get it, So we log these things every day. So I'm positive here and I enter my net lick. So we want this to be a little slightly negative delta, or if you want to be delta neutral, have this at 0. So that's why I know I need to come in today and either close those trades that are positive delta, that are bullish, or add negative or delta trades or bearish trades. Then I want you, Sahil, to have a portfolio that not only is delta neutral, but I want you to have positive theta, because this is the payday, right? This is what decays. So you see us, man, we keeping that positive all the way around. We're option sellers here. It's kind of where we make our money. Now, also, Sahil, I don't want to blow your mind too much on the first day because I want you coming back tomorrow. But the thing is, we also do stock trades through an AIM program, and I'll show you those. But Rome wasn't built in a day. But this is our options thing, and we're option sellers, so we want this to be positive. So write down on a piece of paper, you want neutral deltas to slightly negative, and you want positive theta, because this is theoretically, if everything stays the same, price doesn't move, volatility doesn't move, everything's fine, I theoretically should be bringing in $234 a day in profit in decay from those options. The third thing that we ask you to do is to manage your Vega. Now, this is where I have lost Teslas. Now, this is where I've lost $24,000 in a single day, is on Vega expansion, because I had a lot of negative deltas. And so, you'll find that most people who are option sellers carry negative Vega. We somehow stumbled upon a method, not that we're smart, right? Not that we're, geniuses. We found a way that we can neutralize our Vega so it doesn't hurt us during a crash, and also actually help us during a crash by having positive Vega. Whereas 99% of option sellers out there are negative Vega. And I would dare say, Sahil, if you are an option seller, and again, I'll find out all about you. I'll ask all the questions because you and I are going to do a one-on-one. Then, if you're selling options, chances are your number's negative, whereas mine's positive. I'm going to show you how to be positive. Okay? May not be today, but we're going to show you how to keep this positive so it doesn't hurt you in the event of a crash. Then the fourth piece of information that will allow you, Sahil, to manage a $1,000 account or $1 billion account is your buying power. We don't want to use too much, take on too much buying power. So we're using 32%. Whereas my spreadsheet tells you what it recommends. Right now with VIX between 15 and 20, I should be at a 30% max. I'm close, right? I'm really, really close. Then my spreadsheet will tell you whether you need positive deltas, negative deltas, or whether you need to make no adjustment. Today it says, hey, Bob, go play with the kids, my man. Oh, by the way, we got 17 eggs in an incubator, right? So black copper Morans, and we're so excited. We went in there yesterday. So I've been doing a dry hatch. Smitty, when you're listening to this, I want you to hear this because I'm sending Smitty some eggs because he and his wife want to hatch some of my eggs. And so it's so cool. We went in there yesterday and we heard a chick chirping in the egg. You can see it. It's just in the egg. So I took the light on my camera. We're looking in there and you see this little black thing. It's a chick in one of the eggs. And so a while ago, one of the chickens has pecked out of its little egg and it's in there right now. It's just beep, 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 it's chirping away. So I don't know what made me bring up the chicks, but it's so fun. So we got no adjustment here. So we got baby chicks in the house. My kids are ecstatic. All right, so where was I? So now we're doing a broken wing butterfly. So let's talk about how I do a broken wing butterfly. Now, Sahil, I want you to do them how you want to do them. We've got people in here that are putting them on, Monday for a Wednesday expiration and Tuesday for a Wednesday expiration and Wednesday for a Friday expiration. I'm comfortable with mine going out about 10 days to 14 days. And we've been doing them in SPX. We love trading SPX. So what we do, if you need negative deltas, then we'll do a call broken wing butterfly. I need a little bit of negative deltas, not a lot. If you want positive deltas in your account, you go out and you do a put broken wing butterfly. So generally, I'm going to find my short first to sell two. And I'm going to sell two at about a 30% probability of being in the money. So you saw that, right? I'll go to the 30%. So prob in the money, you can use delta if you want. Here I go to about 30, which is right there, right? So the 42.40, 42.45. Then you're going to buy a strike closer to the money, just one strike above. And then you're going to go two strikes, buck a bump from where your short is and buy two strikes farther from the money. And on the put side, we've been bringing in about 70 cents to $1 on those. So if you want a bigger credit and more negative deltas, you can move your whole thing this way, right? You can move it closer this way. If you want it, to be a little safer and not as many negative deltas, you can move it back this way. So I don't want to ever tell you, God forbid, it worries me that, we sign up for trade alert services and you don't need me to show you a trade. What you need me to do is to show you a methodology of managing trades. So you can put any trade in there whatsoever. You can do a calendar. We did a calendar this week. You can do a diagonal. You can do a strangle. You can do a spread to get what you need into your account. And I think, Sahil, if you'll stay with us, even though I know I'm bombarding you with a bunch of stuff, no, it is not the same as 0 DTE SPX. No. We're going out about 2 weeks. And you can manage these trades early, right? So I could manage the one I've got expiring tomorrow. But I'm like, I don't really need to. Because what we do, let's see, and Matt, Dwayne, y'all pop in here at any moment and help me explain. But we look at the forest first to see the forest and what it needs. So the forest is the overall portfolio. And only after we look at the overall portfolio do we look at the individual trades or the trees that are in our forest. So that's kind of the way that we go about this. All right, so we've got our little trade up. Let's see, right here. So we're going to send that. Well, first of all, let's analyze it. I'm going to right click. I'm going to go analyze trade. So it brings us to the analyze tab in Thinkorswim. So do you trade with Thinkorswim, or is Tastyworks your broker, or who do you use as broker? If you wouldn't mind sharing that, kind of let me know who you do. So now I'm going to go cost. Okay, so Thinkorswim, good. So then we analyze our trade. So I'll show you what it's given us, right? So over here, it's got SPX. We've got, one expiration, single symbol. And then instead of showing all of my SPX trades, I want to hide positions so that it's only showing the simulated trade. So you see I've got a calendar lined up there. I'm going to take that little X and I'm going to knock it off because we don't want that. Then we've got one butterfly on that. Is that the one we've got? Yep. And I want to make sure there's nothing else. All right. So that's it. So this is that trade. So it's a call broken wing butterfly. And we have max profit as long as, we are headed this way, anywhere this way, we get to keep that maximum credit. But even if, here's why we like this trade, even if the market goes against us, look at this. At expiration, if we fall within this tent, man, we can make $500 on that. So we actually like this trade a lot better, I do, than just putting on a put vertical, selling a put vertical or call vertical. I kind of like this little lottery ticket aspect of it. And it is defined risk, right? So if price continues to go against us, our maximum loss is that $335, as long as we bring in $165 in credit. So then let's go to price slices and see what is it giving us. What is this doing to our bars? Yeah, what, Matt?
Could you also mention, what we talked about last week when, I closed out mine because I thought it was going to be a full loser. Or you can do that at another time, but that helped ease my mind in getting into these, say a $400 loss is not an actual $400 loss if you play your position correctly.
Exactly. So Matt brings up a very, very good point of where he, was, facing down the barrel of something that was going on over here. So kind of our collective advice as a group, and Matt, if I'm telling this wrong, correct me. But if memory serves me correctly, I said, look, Matt, we can't lose on both the call side up here and the put side. So what we basically started talking about is rather than taking this puppy off, if you're going to have a max loss, why not put a transfer risk, right? Here's your risk on this column. It's $335 your maximum risk. What if we take some of this risk and we place it over here where this is nothing but profit? So we do a risk reversal trade. So what's the risk reversal? Is within this same expiration, instead of taking that full loss, we go, let's put on a broken wing butterfly on the put side. Brings in a credit, and it reduces the amount of loss that you would take here. And it does transfer some of your risk to the downside, but I mean, we're trading these things short term anyway, right? So, we're thinking, well, if you do that it's going to give, you're not going to lose here and you're not going to lose here both at the same time. It looks like I'm going to lose here. So if I'm losing here, make a bat wing thing out of this, right? So make this same exact thing, but make it on the put side. So then part of this risk that you have here is transferred over here. So you'll find a similar structure to the downside. But this little line at expiration, the little teal bluey line, gets bumped up so that your overall loss on this side is not as great. And the wonderful thing, Sahil, about doing these trades is look at them. It's a high probability trade. How many have we lost on? Broken wing butterfly, green, 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 green. Green, green, green. I mean, my God, they're all green, right? All the Brooklyn Little Butterflies. Until Bobby Genius came in and put one of those on prematurely on the put side at expiration and only collected a quarter. And instead of playing the part of Johnny One Lot, Bobby Genius sells, buys two of those and end up losing $318 on it. How do we remember our losses, y'all? I didn't even look at it. Is it 318? You dang right it is. Because we remember our losses. Because this was Bobby being genius. We can't be genius. But anyway, that's how we alleviate risk on that. So what we've done now is, what does this do for my portfolio? So he'll, rather than you going out searching for trades every day, you're going out and not searching for trades, you're doing trade adjustments. Wow. So now my delta is, 3.7 point whatever, right? Go to the analyze trade. If I put on this broken wing butterfly, it's going to give me negative 1.62 SPX deltas. So what does that mean in the world of SPY? That it's going to give me negative 16 deltas, because SPY is, would be 10 times the amount of delta, right? Because we SPY weight all of our deltas. So I'm actually getting about 16 or 17 negative deltas. This little trade is giving me positive theta. That's what we like. We want theta to be positive and to decay. That's what gives us money. And it's giving us a little bit of negative Vega, but we don't care because we're positive Vega. And it takes $500 worth of buying power. What a beautiful little trade, right? To make me get the delta adjustments that I need. So let's right click on the trade. Let's see if we can get filled. Now, the only bad part about these is we have to work them a little bit. They don't always just work, so we're having to always work on them. Let's see if we can get filled, because it involves 3 different legs, and then there's 2 contracts of the middle one that you're selling. And then there's, you got all this stuff. So we'll work it a little bit. You can let this work, but I'm getting a good credit anyway. And I found out that bulls make money, bears make money, and hogs get slaughtered. So I'm not so greedy. We'll just work this a little bit, see if we can get filled. $1.55. Could we get filled for $1.50 credit? Let's see if we can get that. Come on. Feel the noise. Girls, rock your boys. There we go. We are in, baby. Now, so I'm also going to show you how to record this trade. So what we do is we go and bring up our little spreadsheet. We go to the credit spreads. And we'll record this really quick, line. So we're in SPX. We're Johnny One Lotters. And I just put in the strikes. So we did the 42.40, 42.45, 42.55 call. All right. So what's the short strike? This kind of helps me keep up with stuff. It's the 42.45. That's the one that's in the middle. Now I got to fix this because I just got to fix it. So then I will go and right click on the short option, which is right here, because I like to see how far away we are from it. We want it to hit it at expiration, actually. And that doesn't happen that often. So we do Control V after I copy that there. Then I like to put in the butterfly name. And to do that, change your spread from single to butterfly. And if your head's exploding right now, that's okay. Matt, tell him it gets better. Dwayne, please tell him it gets better.
It doesn't get worse.
It doesn't get worse. How about that? That's the vote of confidence with it. Doesn't get worse. Control V to do the butterfly. So then I go and I just change those strikes, right? So it's the 42.40, 42.45, 42.55. Right there.
He asked if it was always 10 width strikes on the SPX butterflies.
Now, see, that's the cool thing. You can do it out farther if you want to, right? You can make that thing as wide as you want to. But the reason I do it is, you know, I'm putting one of these on every day, pretty much every day. And by doing that, I don't do big broken wing butterflies. I'd rather do little ones. I don't want them to hurt me, because if you spread that out a little bit, you're taking more risk. But you are certainly welcome to do that. But I don't think you need to when you're doing what we're doing. I'm trying to put one on, take one off every day. You know, we got one coming off tomorrow. Hopefully that'll expire, totally profitable. So we're in this today, 5/6/21. We got a $1.55 credit for it. $1.55. SPX, they use some algorithm that I can't figure out yet. So that actually cost us, instead of 143, we actually brought in 145.48 on the credit. Now, and the cool thing is when you sell premium, so this keeps up with it, right? So we have goals. So we have to sell, if I'm going to make a 50% profit in the account in a year, then I got to make that much profit. So I got to sell $102,000 this year premium. I got to sell this amount per month, and I got to sell that every week. So far this week, we've met 93% of our selling goal, right? We've sold $1,869 worth. We got 124 left to be sold, but dang it, we've lost $10.43, which ain't bad considering how we've done in the last few weeks, right? We've been going over $1,200 a week in profit. So the spreadsheet tells all. This is our guide. This is what keeps us on the straight and narrow, and it probably is total Greek to you. You're hearing Charlie Brown's teacher right now, but it gets better. All right, so we've got our trade in, we've sold our premium, all is going well, and let's see what that did for our account. Remember, we were positive, 20 deltas or so, and so if we go back now, oh, don't do that to me. All right, so we go back now. Then we've got, look at this, y'all. Isn't that pretty? I am basically delta neutral. The movement of the market is not going to kill me. Now I'm negative a little. See, it's just moving, you know. I'm positive Vega, so a crash isn't going to kill me. And we're positive theta. So what we do is we wake up every day and we say, with delta, theta, Vega, and buying power, you can manage any account. Any account. So I kind of like going in and having a daily routine of putting on a broken wing butterfly. They don't take up a lot of buying power the way I do them. You know, they're just nice little high probability trades. And what's the other trade that we do? You mentioned the micro trade. I go out and I sell a put every day, and I close the most profitable every day. Where do you go? And we'll get more into this. You'll see it every day. We do the same thing. So in the SPX, let's pull up our macros. Change this back to single. Single. And it's a really just methodical process. Going to the nearest expiration in the micro e-minis, closest to 60 without going over. The spreadsheet, once you go to the micros page and you type in /MES, it tells you the delta to sell, right? And that's based on implied volatility. So it says sell the 10. So I'm pretty good at following rules. So we go and we sell the 10 delta. So we go for probability of in the money. Go over here, find us a 10 delta, sell it. That's it. And then we're also taking off the most profitable one every day. And there's not been a day so far, the day may come, where we've not had one that we can pull off. So we like just putting them on, taking them off, putting them on, putting them on. So you see, I've got positions in 29 days, 45, what is that, 45, 43, 55 days. And before long, this 71-day cycle will be 60. And we'll stop putting them in here. We'll keep taking these off. And then we'll start putting them in here and we'll fill this one up. And it's over and over and over. So hell, one of the great things, let's see, one of the great things is that what we do is most traders are out looking, reading Reddit, or you're watching MSNBC, or you're in a Facebook group and you're trying to find something to trade. We don't have to do that. We really don't. We're trading the same stuff every day. So it doesn't matter. We're not having to search, underlines and do research. We sell the same thing every day and we get real comfortable with those things that we're trading. Now, you don't have to trade the micros and you don't have to trade the SPX. Find what you want to trade and then use that to build your forest. Because my forest is built of theta and delta and vega and buying power. It's all I got. That's all I need. With those four numbers, I can rule the world. I can rule the world. I can run your portfolio, Dwayne's portfolio, Matt's portfolio, all of our portfolios combined with just those four numbers. And then it's just a matter of putting in the trades that make those things happen. So what we'll do is we'll show you the VIX hedge because we have a VIX hedge on that gives us negative deltas. The bad part is it gives us negative theta, and it does give us positive vega. Then we're going to show you, Sahel, how to do diagonal trades. So we got one in the diamonds that give us what? We've got negative delta, we've got positive theta, and positive vega. And we've got several of those different type hedge trades. And we've got a Disney income trade that gives us positive delta, positive theta, and positive vega. So we use all these little things, any trade whatsoever to make these bottom line adjustments. So it can be anything. Then we group our trades, show groups. And for example, I need to add this one. My micro trade I moved today, that's an income trade. So we call that income. So we move it to income. All right, so we got it categorized. So we made an SPX butterfly trade right here. So get those three strikes. Right click, we're going to move it to a group. Well, what group is it going to be? Looks like our last butterfly was butterfly 18. So we're going to make it butterfly 19. So we can check up on it at any given time. Butterfly 19. So go butterfly 19. So now I can go up here and check on him. What we just did brought us in negative 16 deltas, positive theta, negative vega. And how are we looking overall? We're pretty doggone good because now we are virtually flat on delta. We're positive theta, or positive vega. So we can sleep at night. I don't have to worry for the rest of the day about what's happening. I can go out and sit in my little room downstairs in the dark bedroom, and I can get me a chair, which I'm fixing to do after we get off, and I'm going to watch chicks pip with their little bitty heads. I'm going to watch them break out of their shells and have life. Can you imagine you're in a shell? You have a shell, and you're in there going, what the hell am I in? What is this? My God, I can't see anything. And then all of a sudden you go, let me peck this thing, see if I can open it. And next thing you know, you open your eyes and there is life. I mean, there's some fat slob sitting in the chair next to you, just staring at you like this because he's so excited that he's hatched his very first eggs. What an amazing, amazing experience. So to equate that with the experience that you have here and not quite yet knowing your background, again, you and I are going to have, say, we're going to have a one-on-one, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, whenever you can fit it in. But I want to know more about you, and hopefully I'm going to learn from you, and you're going to learn from us. What, baby? Sorry, my little baby's here. She says something.
Mom said when we pick up we can go get something to eat.
Oh, okay. We'll go get something there. And we like to eat.
Dad.
Hey, hold it, baby. Daddy's in class, okay? I love you. Give me kisses.
What?
Give me kisses. Mwah.
Dad, I gotta tell you another.
All right, tell me one other thing.
Mom said she'll pick up the brother and sisters if you and if you want to go eat.
Okay, tell Mom I'm coming down in a few minutes, okay? Tell her I'm almost finished. Sorry about that. So you'll notice that my kids break in. It's either a kid or an animal around here. They all break in. All right. I have watched your videos on diamond, diagonal. Is that the same thing as a poor man covered put? Yes, it is. Right? Yes, it is. So just to tell you about that is I'll find something that's related to the market, like diamonds or which is the Dow, or SPY, or XSP, which is kind of the mini SPX. And we'll find something like that, or the Qs, right? NASDAQ. And we go out 60 days, no, 6 months, not 60 days. We'll go out 6 months. And I'll buy about a 75 delta put. And then we sell a put every week to finance the purchase of that. So yeah, that's exactly what we do. So you've got that one totally fixed out. I would like that one-on-one, Bobby. My portfolio is a mess based on what I just learned. Okay, then you were at the right place. So he'll, you say it's a mess. So we're going to get you out of a mess, right? Now keep in mind, mine could be in a mess tomorrow, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to make these adjustments, right? So you saw clearly today how I went from positive delta to now I'm negative delta. I neutralized it. You saw how I increased my delta. Heck, when we started today, what were we? 170 something, I think. What were we? Freaks and ratios. We were. Well, we didn't increase it, did we? That was yesterday. 234. Well, we didn't increase it, but we didn't get too much. We increased it a little bit. 234 to 276. So we want this to go. We want. Let me draw. I paid $25 for this, and we hadn't done this. So we want this to be up, right? We want to increase our theta. But keep in mind, Sahil, that theta is a measure of risk. So we don't want it to get too big, but we want it to be just, just right. And that's what the spreadsheet tells you. Spreadsheet says if it gives you green, 0.46, you're right. Because it's between 0.10% and 1% of your net lit. And all that's in your spreadsheet. All right. So then we go, we look at our theta. We want to be up. Vega. What do we want Vega to be? Well, Vega, it's its own animal too. And we want it to be, pretty neutral. But if we can get that positive just a little bit, oh man, that's going to make the effects of a crash going against your portfolio so much better. And where do we want this thing to be? All right, let's make it our final one there, our delta. Where do we want our delta to be? We want it to be slightly negative. Not a lot. We want our spreadsheet to actually say that this thing is neutral, right? So I'm neutral now, even though I got just a little negative delta. Now here's the weird thing. We can wake up tomorrow and I can tell you whether the market is up or down based on what this does. So if this is negative 70 tomorrow instead of negative 8, that tells me that the market went up. If we come in tomorrow and this thing is hugely positive, like I got a positive 100 tomorrow, that tells me that the market has gone down. It's kind of inverse. related, right? That's why I like to keep delta neutral. So if we get too far positive, then I'm going to put in negative delta trades. If we get too far negative, I'm going to put positive delta trades. Just kind of keep that neutralized, because what we're trying to do is to build you a portfolio where market direction doesn't kill you, to where you're collecting income from the passage of time with theta, and a market crash with extreme volatility doesn't kill you. Because this getting out of line and this getting out of line is what's going to kill you. That's where your account's going to go with a lot of volatility. We're trying desperately to alleviate huge volatility in your account. Are we always successful at that? Oh, heck no. But by gosh, we do try. So now I can take off the rest of the day, right? You ought to be able to do this in 10 minutes a day. 10 minutes a day. I shouldn't, Sahil, you don't want to. I know Dwayne doesn't want to. He's got salmon to cook in the air fryer, for God's sakes. Man doesn't want to sit around and watch this market all day long. We got things to do. I want me an afternoon nap. How am I going to get my afternoon nap if I'm staring at this stupid market all day? So go in, 10, 15 minutes, make your adjustments. If you've got a job, right, go out to the Cutlass and smoke you a Lucky Strike, listen to Leonard Skinner in the car, and, get your little phone out and make your daily adjustments and go on about your business. Do them in the bathroom while you lock yourself in the stall at work, wherever you do this, right, during your lunch. That's why I meet during our lunch. So hopefully y'all are doing the same things that I'm doing every day. You're logging in with me and you're going, heck yeah, Bobby, I'm too positive delta. I need a negative delta trade. Let's put it on. I need this. I need that. Do it. Let's do whatever we got to do on. We got calendar spreads. So we'll teach you diagonals. We'll teach you calendar spreads. We'll teach all kinds of different stuff. Let's see where our little calendar is. Here's our calendar, giving me negative 58 deltas. Look at that, positive theta, and look at that, beautiful, beautiful, positive 216 Vega. Then you wake up and you go, oh my God, my gold trade, I'm down $250 on that. I got to close that. That trade sucks. Does it? What's this? Let's just bring it over to the Analyze tab. We're going to teach you how to use the Analyze tab. We're going to teach you how to go, and you may know how to do it, right? So you don't puke positions. Because how many times has the position gone against you and you're down $200 and you go, my life is over. I got to, let's hide simulation. So it just shows our position. So let's show our gold position. My God, we're down $250. I can't stand it. I got to close that trade. Do you? Do you? Let's see if I can zoom to where we can see this. Let's see. So here's our gold trade. Gold is at 18.15.70. Where's our break evens at? Well, let's see. I got to zoom. Let's see if I can zoom this in to where we can see where our break evens are. Our break evens are so far out, I can't even get them on the screen. Look at this. Joe Blow, who doesn't know what he's doing, comes in and goes, I got to close that trade. Man, we're down $217. And I look at it and I go, really? It looks like we're perfectly centered, doesn't it? Here's my break even all the way down here at, 14.56. Now, keep in mind, if it went down there today, you'd be down what? Yeah, I see it. You'd be down $6,592. But at expiration, you'd be up $190 all the way down here. Any reason I should puke this position when my position is perfectly centered on, if this is a strangle, here's the put, here's the call. There's no reason whatsoever for me to panic. So that's another thing we're going to do for you, is that we're going to bring you in here and we're going to show you not to puke, not to panic, not to make some of the dumb mistakes that I still make to this day. You look at your trade and you go, that trade's perfectly safe. Perfectly safe. So website toss doesn't have all the tabs. Maybe I need to learn desktop toss. Yeah. Well, yeah, and here's the thing. You don't really need to do all this. This is nice. Most of my trading, Sahil, the way I have traded myself is I like going places with my family, right? whether it's going out to eat or, going to a park or doing this. And so I want to be able to do everything that I do here. I want to be able to do on my phone. So if that means you move your spreadsheet to OneDrive or to, Google Drive, and you pull it up there and you do your work on that there, all you need to know here, you don't even need this. Maybe I'm showing you too much for your first day. Maybe the thing I need to show you is, and here's what I wanted to get you the confidence is that you can run your entire business by 4 numbers. 4 numbers. Go through them one more time. Can't repeat it enough. Delta, theta, Vega, buying power. 4 numbers, you can rule the world. You don't need anything else. Then it's just a matter, that's your forest. Then it's just a matter of saying, okay, I need to put me a tree in here. A tree to give me negative deltas or a tree to give me positive deltas. You always want positive theta. All my trades except VIX have positive theta. Even the calendar spreads, even the diagonals, they're all positive theta. And then you want to have this neutral, just slightly positive. How do you do it? We'll show you. So I thought it's been a good session today, even though Matt's been in and out, bless his little heart. You going back to the office now, Matt? Is that where you're heading? Yeah, the break-even point.
I've been in the office.
Okay. So the break-even points are 19, 20% away. Exactly. So don't puke, right? Don't puke your positions. Oh, we're down $600. We don't care. Oh my God, we're down $10,000 here. We don't care. The account's not down $10,000. It's open trades. It's open trades. We got time. Look, and we're not panicking because, these numbers are all in line. All right, great session today. And I think it was good. Okay, you think this session put it in perspective? Good. All right, so why don't you send me a little message, in our Discord group. We chat in there a lot. Let me know a day next week that we can get together, get your spreadsheet set up, get you going, get you on the path to prosperity, right? We're not the best traders, but I'll even say I'm the worst trader. But I ain't as bad as I used to be. I'm a little bit better than I used to be. All right, good session. So I'll see all of y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. And to tomorrow's payday, we'll see if we make money this week.